What's going on, everybody? I'm Square Go Joe here with DeFi Sean, and we have another amazing Moon Monday. Guys, do try to make sure to the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below if you're watching this afterwards. Let us know what you guys watch these afterwards, and let us know. Comment down below. Make sure to hit the notification bell and put that bad boy in all whenever we have our live streams as well.
All right, what is going on, everyone? And we are roughly about 22 hours away from the Infinaeon Native Token launch. I feel like we keep talking a lot of Infinaeon on Moon Monday and a lot of Lunar Pump on Infinaeon on Friday. So one of these days we'll kind of get that figured out. But yeah, we're going to be launching the Infinaeon Native Token around 3 p.m. EST, which I think is 7 p.m. UTC, usually about the time we do a lot of launches and everything, whether we're helping people or it's our own project. So yeah, Native Token launch is coming. Heard some people asking about CMC and CoinGecko, trying to get that pre-listing. We're cutting it really, really close. CMC and CoinGecko, though, will be soon, regardless if it comes right at launch or soon after. We have all the criteria and then some to get the listing. So CMC, CoinGecko will be a piece of cake. Like I said, launch time about 3 p.m. Eastern. The placeholder drop will be hitting today. So anyone that wants to go ahead and stake those placeholder tokens, you will be receiving that tonight. Probably Matt's actually here. I'll bring it up in a second. But probably within the next few hours. So you want to get that drop, you go ahead and do so. Matt can give more details on this. But as far as the mainnet ETH token drop goes, for the people that didn't stake their tokens, so that will happen right at launch. It only does, I think, 200 wallets at a time. So it may take 30, 45 minutes for everyone to get those tokens. And the reason why that's happening at launch, and again, I'll let Matt go into more detail, but the reason why it's happening at launch and not before is because I know the way Matt normally does it, he enables trading, meaning that he sends it out, and then when he's ready to go, he hits the button. It allows people to trade. The only downfall to that, though, is that it's going to read on scanners very badly. We're going to be doing a lot of DEX tools marketing, a lot of DEX screen marketing tomorrow. So we want the scanner to read completely clean. And in order to do that, we can't actually do the airdrops until the launch of the token comes. Another quick thing, too, before we bring up Matt is, let me get this pulled up. So as you can see, we already have the website updated. You have a Lunar Pump. Instead of the pre-sale, now you're going to have all the buy now buttons, which will go live when it's actually live on Uniswap. Also, this will probably be the last night that you see this version of Lunar Pump. ICO is still a couple days away, but we're trying to get the V2 look pushed out tonight. We're just talking to the devil a little while ago about it. So we should see the new design tonight. Also, Joe, we had some Super DeFi Bros token launched. It looks pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, that's kind of just the updates real quick that we wanted to give out leading into the launch tomorrow. And remember, can't stress enough. We have everything covered from the marketing side. You're going to see tons of YouTube videos tomorrow. You're going to see us trending probably on Dex Screener, index tools, all that typical stuff. What we need from you guys is interaction with all posts. We're going to have Rage running in the main chat for probably at least the first week, just getting everyone engaged. Again, if you haven't done so, for myself, for Joe, Infinaeon, and Lunar Pump, all the main accounts attached to Infinaeon, set notifications if you're busy. Completely understand, but when you see that notification pop up, pull it up, like, repost, and you're good to go. It literally takes only seconds to go ahead and do that. So again, we really need you guys to push this. Again, we can't do it by ourselves. If we don't have community participation, we're probably not going to go very far. I know we kind of have our base core of like 30, 40, 50 people that always communicate, but we need like 30, 40, 50, 60% of those 2.3, 2.4 thousand holders that we have to really get engaged. And if we do that, we can push this absolutely everywhere. But Joe, if you have anything you want to say, if not, we'll go ahead and pop Matt up. He kind of get into some more technical details for us.
Yeah, I just want to say tomorrow, we're probably gonna be going live. I don't know. I don't think we get to the time yet. I'm not sure whatever times, whatever. I think we talked about me going live. I think around 3-ish. Anyway, doesn't matter what time. Whatever. As long as you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified. So tomorrow when the token launches, I'm definitely gonna be going live. I think Sean's gonna be busy running around, but I'm definitely gonna be going live and we're gonna be trying to come in here, talk, hang out, and just see what's going on, how everything's going, because this is a big day tomorrow, obviously, and a lot of people have been waiting for this for a very long time. So we'll come in and we'll talk about a bunch of things. It's not just specifically Infinion, even though that's probably gonna be the main part, but of course talk about like Lunar Pump, the market conditions, and just hang out and have a great time. So I would love it if you guys would come over and join myself in going live, obviously, and we can hang out and have a good time and talk about everything, because it's definitely going to be a real crazy day for all of us here on Infinion. And why not join us?
Yep, we'll go ahead and pop Matt on stage. So Matt, I did not sure what you heard. I saw you kind of dropped out for a second, but I did kind of start to explain how the airdrops work. If you want to just correct me or 100% correctly explain what it is exactly we're doing.
Yeah, so I heard most of it. I was having a little trouble connecting. So the big deal with the airdrops, right? So this project being as big as it is, we want everything on every scanner possible to read absolutely nothing. We want green across the board, 100%, no red flags whatsoever. In doing that, we cannot allow tokens to go out until the thing is live. Otherwise, we'd have to have an enable trading button and all that, which all that stuff flags on every scanner across the board. So we didn't want that, because this is a lot bigger than just a, regular token launch. This is starting the whole brand that we, have established, right? So in doing that, we had to make sure the token was clean, so all the airdrops will happen as soon as the token goes live. That being said, the limitations of airdrops is 200 wallets per transaction. Of course, we've got 2,300 plus wallets. So we're looking at about 14 transactions roughly to get them all out. Now, those will go quick, as fast as we can copy, paste, and send. But of course, we've got to watch what we're doing, because we don't want to mess up, double drop somebody or anything like that. So that's kind of the rundown of the drops. They will come out as quick as possible. We're trying not to, keep anybody's tokens away. If somebody's wanting to take, profits, even though it's kind of crazy to do that right at launch, but, it is what it is. It's, we're not going to tell somebody how to trade their own money. But that kind of in a nutshell is how it's going to work. But we will have them out ASAP on the east side. Now, if you're staked, of course, those are going to get sent over to the INF network. Those will get thrown into a staking pool, and then you will continue your staking pattern just like you have been. Other than that, that's about it.
Very cool. And let's see. So yeah, that's exactly why we're doing the staking. Or I'm sorry, pulling up staking, but the airdrops, the way we're doing it. So again, we're gonna get it out to everyone as soon as possible. Just kind of depends where you fall on the list. If you're in that first 200 batch, you'll get it almost immediately. And then yeah, it'll just come in as soon as humanly possible. Staking, already have 70.1 million staked. It's definitely well over 30% of the supply that's out there. With that airdrop hidden tonight, hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll see another 80 million or go up to about 80 million, maybe more. We'll kind of see how that last airdrop goes. But yeah, anyone have any questions, go ahead and get those questions ready. Moon Monday, we usually keep to about 30 minutes, so we still have another 15 minutes. We have our dev here, so any technical questions, perfect time to ask. We'll try to make sure he gets on most Moon Mondays to just kind of get those technical questions asked. But yeah, guys, bring on the questions. Any questions that you have about tomorrow that we can go ahead and get answered, we would love to do so. And again, hopefully everyone shows up tomorrow and we can really push this to the masses, because I'm a little biased, but I think what we built here is amazing. We've been building this brand for months and months now. We spent tons of money, tons of time, tons of effort into building this, and we really want to push this to the crypto masses. And by extension, the blockchain, Lunar Pump Fund, all that good stuff. We're got V2 of that upgrade coming for Lunar Pump, which will be a big sticking point to kind of really again start pushing it. And Lunar Pump is the thing and product that has a chance to be the most successful, the quickest, I guess you can say. So that's the goal, is to really push this, get the native token really rocking and rolling. As far as future plans go, again, we're just getting started with Infinion. We have plan after plan to really push this to the masses. In May, again, we'll kind of go ahead and start talking about the next phases, but we kind of want to sit in the native token launch, get that going. We want to get V2 pushed to the masses, really get that going. And then we'll start looking at and talking about the, I guess you can say, second phase of what we're going to do to really keep pushing this whole ecosystem forward.
Yeah, and you know, this is you know, a lot of work been put into all this stuff, a lot of thought. You know, the team has really spent hours, even negotiating amongst ourselves and with the devs to get this as perfect as possible. So, you know, this is something that is a combination of just everybody working together to make a product like the Infinion entire ecosystem, including Lunar Pump.fun. We got a question though from Potero. He says, amount of unsold tokens that are going to be burned, or do we?
I'm not. Yeah, so I'm not sure if we have the math on that. If we don't have it, it'll be before launch. Then we'll go ahead and get that math, because remember, we didn't hit the pre-sale cap that we wanted to hit, so those remainder will be done. As far as I know, Matt doesn't have 100% the final math, and I don't want to say until we do have that final math, which we will have here shortly. Go ahead and get those tokens burned.
Yeah, I've got a rough estimate. It's going to be between 10 and 12%, but I don't have that exact number till we get this last airdrop scraped and ready. But it's going to be somewhere in that vicinity.
Yep, good bit of supply. Let's see what else.
Steven says, is there going to be any extra staking rewards for people willing to commit to something like long term, like 2 to 5 years?
So as of right now, 6 months is the longest. There's a good chance that we'll do a 3 month and a 1 month pool as well. Again, we're here for the community. If you guys express interest that you want a really long-term staking pool, it's definitely something that we can entertain doing for sure. Definitely not opposed to it. Again, whatever you guys want, I'm sure we can get worked up.
Yeah, once again, guys, any question you guys have, make sure to ask right now. This is like the prime time to ask questions. If you have any tomorrow, I'm probably not the best to answer all these questions. We have, you have Matt over here, and Matt's the man when it comes to answering any of these questions. Obviously, Sean as well, but Matt is like the GOAT of anything like technical. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask right now. One question comes from Rightish. Why is the bridge on the phone not working fine?
Well, I'm not really for sure how to answer that, because 99% of the people are having no problems whatsoever, whether they're on the phone or PCs. So we are seeing some localized issues where they're either not on a good node for the chain that they're using, whether they're bridging from ETH to INF, or if they're coming back from INF to ETH. I've noticed that being a big problem. A lot of the nodes on SafePal, I think there's 3 that are all aired out. There's only 2 that are actually functioning like they should be. So that's one thing, to make sure that you have the right node selected for the chain, to make sure it's the fastest node there is. That's one big thing to look at. Another thing, I've noticed that some people, depending on where they're located, are having issues, and it's nothing to do with the bridge itself, but it's their providers that have basically locked them out. And those people I've been able to help get, set up with VPN, stuff like that, and that's helped. So if you're having a localized problem, reach out to me in DMs on Telegram. That way I can see exactly what you've got going on. That way we can see, what's the best way to correct it.
And then we have a question from Only Up. He says, can you guys please explain how the revenue-based staking works? And because we have a limited supply, how will that work with our APY?
Are you asking about the 5% going back to the staking pool? Let's see. Can you guys explain how the revenue-based staking works? If that's what you're referring to, well, 5% of all revenue created within the blockchain will be going back to the pool. As far as the tokens go, the goal is to not gift those tokens, but instead to utilize revenue that we're going to be buying the chart with from Lunar Pump, from the blockchain, from the DEX, and everything like that to go ahead and send out tokens those way. Because the goal is, again, this is a revenue generating ecosystem that's going to continue to feed itself. So the ultimate goal is for everything to be purchased on the chart and different things like that when it comes to staking. But yes, 5% of the gas fees will be going into that staking pool.
And then we got a question from Steven. He says, is there an estimate for when Infinaeon wallet is coming out?
That's almost impossible to answer. As far as the wallet goes itself, there's very little things left to do. It's been getting tested. Matt, how is it? It's been like at least a month now. As far as I know, all the issues. I know there's one other issue that we have to make sure works to make sure Lunar Pump is working smoothly on it. It kind of depends on Apple. Finally, we had some issues with our not issues, but the process of getting the organization account set up with Apple. I know this morning they submitted everything final for Apple to kind of get that process started. So it all depends on how fast we can get moving with Apple and things like that. So it's just impossible to put a date on that because, again, we're at the mercy of Apple. Android by extension, but they're a lot easier. They're a lot more lenient. But yeah, it's hard to put a date on that until we kind of get through the whole Apple process.
And then Snatch us which launch time. I think, but then someone Infinite Jim said it's 3 o'clock. So
3 p.m. EST.
Yeah,
I think it's 7 p.m. UTC. I think it's 4 hours. 7 p.m. On UTC past 3 p.m. on Eastern.
Oh, only I'll clarify. She says there was a question on Telegram recently, more based around with the APLI and if we'll ever have to lower it.
I don't think so. The reason why we chose 10% is because we did think it was sustainable. So I don't think we will have to lower it. That's the goal, at least.
And then Prog's next question, guys, where can we watch the green candles swipe on a chart when we go live? Dex Screener?
Dex Screener, Dex Tools, PooCoin, whatever your preferred chart of choices, you'll go ahead and watch it on there. So yeah, me personally, I use Dex Tools. I don't know why, it's just kind of my go-to. But yeah, Dex Screener, if that's your preferred chart. Dex Tools, again, whatever you want, it'll be everywhere.
Yeah, and I'll go live sometime tomorrow as well. So make sure to hit the notification bell, just to be notified when we go live, because I'm gonna go live. We're watching a chart as well, so that'll be one of the things we'll be doing as well. But yeah, I use Dex Tools as well. I like Dex Tools a lot. I don't know why, it's my go-to. Like I've always just ran to that.
Yeah,
Dex
there's no particular
too,
reason. Yeah, no particular reason. I feel like Dex Screen is too busy. There's so much going on with Dex Screen. I don't know. Dex Tools to me is just simpler for whatever reason.
And Mohammed says, any listings at the beginning?
If you're referring to centralized exchanges, no, we will not have any centralized exchanges listed day one. That was definitely a strategic move. Like I said, we've seen blockchains starting out going bankrupt because they thought they had to get Bitmart. They thought they had to get MEXC. We've been through this, again, hundreds of times with Krypton, cause investing. And to be honest, it's very hard to get a return. On MEXC, you're looking at 100K to get listed. It's very hard to get a return on that number. It's more so to create, I guess you can say, like community hype more than anything. So while we do have our eyes on centralized exchanges, it wasn't something that we wanted to break the bank to go ahead and get. Running a blockchain is not cheap. We want to make sure the native token gets its due, gets its marketing. We're continually building out Lunar Pump. So that's why we didn't go for a centralized exchange listing day one.
Steven says, is there going to be a live stream for the launch? Any promotion? So I'm going to be going live tomorrow, I believe around 3, around or maybe a little before. But definitely going to be going live tomorrow. Sean will be, I'm not sure if Sean will be popping in and out and whatnot. Sean's going to be running around doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of guys will be doing stuff behind the scenes as well. So everyone's going to be busy. But it's going to be here on YouTube across all 3 channels. So Krypton Calls, my channel, Squirrel Joe, and then the Infinaeon channel itself, Universal. So no matter which way you look at it, there'll be a live tomorrow as well.
Yep, I'll be jumping in as often as I can. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff I have to do, all the Dex tools and Dex screener updates, get marketing set up. So yeah, I'll be in and out as often as I can.
And then Wolfie says, will the other tokens on chain hit Dex tools and Dex screener as well?
That's what we're working on. It's a very expensive. Again, another cost that we're gonna have. But Dextrin or Dex Tools is very expensive to get integrated. They also want to see certain amount of volumes, typically in the six figures, to actually get it done. So yeah, it is something that we're working on. It's definitely on our to-do list because obviously the chain can't become a behemoth or anything like that if it's not on Dex Tools and Dex Screener. So yeah, it's definitely on the priority list of top things that we need to get done.
And Space Cat says, do you have an idea of the amount of awards that have been collected for bit holders and maybe the approximate time when that will happen?
So I forget how much is because with the blockchain, they're all still in the collectors or the fee receiver. I'm not sure how much is in there. I know Lunar Pump has been about 300 in there so far from just Lunar Pump. So about 300 from Lunar Pump, and then whatever's in the receiver wallet, the fee receiver wallet for the blockchain.
Yeah, guys. Once again, if you have any more questions, make sure to ask any more questions you guys have. We'll try to get answers as much as possible today. He had the super DeFi bros, by the way. Sean actually reached out to me and sent me this, and I love the picture. I love the idea. So I'm old enough to watch. I'm not sure you guys are old enough to watch a Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I used to watch that like all the time. And this is what kind of remind me of. It looks awesome though. They did it amazingly. But yeah, I just like that. I like the way people in the community, once again, Lunar Pump Fun allows anyone to do anything. And I mean anything as far as a release. And this is a really cool one. We got a question from Only. He says, where do the bit rewards for the swap go to?
Where do the bit rewards? You talking about like where it's getting held before it gets distributed? Is that what you're asking? If so, we've posted the wallet address before, but we can post it again. That's not a problem.
That's probably what it is. I think he's asking where the wallet goes before it goes there. But yeah, it's the wallet is public and whatnot. It's that nothing's everything's open and honest as humanly possible, and that's always been our goal and always been the thing with us. We want to be as open and as honest with everybody as humanly possible when it comes down to anything like this, especially. So that'll be posted, if you guys want. But yeah,
we'll get the wallet. I'm sure it was pinned, but we can go ahead and I'll get that wallet dropped in the chat. And once the NFTs are live, it'll just be a matter of dropping it in the contract, and then it'll distribute them. So you won't even have to worry about looking at the wallet. It'll just get dropped as it comes in.
Got a question from Steven. He says, are the bits the same as NFTs?
Yes, the blockchain income tokens, the bits, they're NFTs. Correct. We just put a different kind of name on them. And they are, I'm not sure how familiar you are, but they are sold out. They've been sold out for a couple months now. The only way to get one would be the secondary market. Myself, I know Matt, we've kind of facilitated some of the deals and stuff for people that wanted bits, just kind of keep it on the up and up and make sure everyone's safe.
I own 6 of them. Yeah, no, hey, listen, it's gonna become a hot commodity. As our ecosystem gets bigger, as it expands, as more people get more comfortable using Lunar Pump Fun and realize it's just a better version of Pump Fun. As that happens, I think those NFTs, and we talked about this a while ago, but those are just gonna be an insanely hot commodity because people will go, hey, do you have those? When did they do that? Well, when they launch. Well, I wasn't here when it launched. Well, but I want one. That might be something that might be a bigger deal more as time goes on in the future. And maybe other tokens might do this, but then they never really fall through on their product releases. Like we're here talking with a blockchain, we're here talking with a swap bridge, and of course Lunar Pump Fun. Like we're here talking with a lot of things. And get ready for, and I'm not sure, I don't know if we mentioned this yet, but the next step for Lunar Pump Fun would be the V2 version. So that's going to be something that's going to be massive as well. That talks have been done behind the scenes to make sure that's going to be rolled out as well. So there's a lot of things happening here. And go back to the NFTs, everyone's going to go, well, when can I get one? Well, it's not, we can't reissue them. That they're already out there. So whoever has them has them. So even owning one would be, I think, in my opinion, would be a huge deal.
Yep, and kind of reiterating what I said earlier. Hopefully everyone shows up for the launch tomorrow. Again, set those notifications, like, retweet, send 3 to 5 messages to people that you know in the space. When it comes to us, there's tons of content to do your own research, from my YouTube channel to Joe's YouTube channel to this YouTube channel that you're watching right here, to the blockchain being live, to Lunar Pump being live, to the WAD being in beta testing. Again, we deliver time after time. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, we're going to do everything we can to have a highly successful native token launch. Just kind of add it to that list of just, again, making those promises, keeping those promises. I saw a question come in right here. There will not be additional chains added. We kind of have like a priority list of things that we need to do. Obviously, the redesigns hopefully hitting tonight. The ICO is just days away. Then I think the next priority is the staking, if I'm not mistaken. I know, in my opinion, the leaderboard is going to be very important because we want to kind of start rewarding people that trade and create volume on the platform. Staking is definitely coming, though, before the additional chains. It'll probably take, from my understanding, about a week per chain to go ahead and add per EVM chain. When we're looking at Solana and stuff like that, that's like a whole different beast. That's not as simple as just adding it because it's obviously not EVM. We also can start talking about what we want to see for the next chain. Do we want to see ETH? Do we want to see AVAX? Do we want to see Matic? What does everyone want to see? I think ETH's a big deal. I know ETH, because of the gas fees, isn't hugely popular on token launches, but to my knowledge, there are no ETH token launches that have been popularized. Again, we want to make every chain popular. ETH might be an opening, especially as, hopefully, fingers crossed, gas prices start to come down. And yeah, we'll kind of see. But yeah, we can actually have an open conversation. Speaking about it right now, what chain do you want to see next? And we can kind of see about getting that in the works because, again, moving as fast as we can to keep just pumping out this platform.
Absolutely. I got a question from Celie. She says, will V2 have any effect or benefit on tokens already there but not bonded?
Not really, just hopefully more eyes to the platform, which is the ultimate goal. We push it every day. I know Mark, he has a lot of connections, a really big following. He plans on pushing it. When V2 hits, again, a lot of stuff we're doing is kind of waiting for V2, which is kind of the name of the game in Web3. It seems like we're always waiting on something. But yeah, the only thing that I can really say for the non-bonded tokens is that, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to start to bring more and more users to the platform every day, which obviously will benefit every single token that's already here, seeing more eyes on the platform itself. And yeah, so for those that don't know, C Lady is talking about our girl Rose right here is 26.21% bonded. Virtual liquidity is at 1.2 BNB. Total volume is at 3.2. It is a project that I trust. It's been a community. C Lady's been a community member for a long time now. So if you are interested in getting into something solid, this may be one that you want to hop on over and get it checked out.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure to go check out any project and every project on LunarPump.fun. It's an easy place to launch and to get involved in projects that are looking to launch. And a lot of these aren't far from bonding as well. A lot of these are pretty much up there. Little push and they're bonding. And once you're bonded, you're off to the races. And I know there's a lot of people holding a lot of bags in LunarPump.fun to get ready for these projects to bond. So a lot of great things going on over there, guys. Like I said, it's the place to be. And as more as more and more people know about it, as more and more people get involved in it, as bigger it gets every single day. And to me, it's almost like a waterfall. I can never say that word right. Waterfall coming through, but there's a wall, and it's slowly just a little drip first. Little drip. And then more and more people get involved, and then slowly, and then more and more people get involved, more people, and the wall just eventually breaks open with LunarPump.fun because everyone now knows about it. And projects are bonding left and right, and and here and there, and you never know. You might have hold a bag. Come check a Lunar Pump.fun, and Notion Project already has bonded, and you have, more value in that bag. So it's always good to get involved in this. It's always good to even spread the word about it. Let everybody else know, hey, listen, don't worry about Lunar Pump.fun. That's only Solana, and that thing looks like a mess, in my opinion, compared to Lunar Pump.fun, which is more organized, which is growing, which is getting bigger. And guess what? If it's not on your EVM blockchain, give it time. It will be on your EVM blockchain. The question is what you're going to do about it. Are you going to get involved here? Or are you going to go around and move Solana tokens left and right? And hopefully that just gets you somewhere. Because I'm telling you right now, the opportunity is always with things that are evolving. That's why no one uses the old rotary phones anymore. Everyone has iPhones and Android phones because things evolved and everybody moves up whatever evolves with. So, yeah, I just like I love this platform. I think it's an excellent platform, and more people getting involved with it every single day. Once again, guys, if you have any more questions, let us know. You can also go on our Infinaeon Telegram, Infinaeon Discord as well. Much love to you guys over there, as well as over on Reddit for any Infinaeon updates and of course continuing the conversation. Is there anything else you want to say, Sean, before we head out?
No, I think I pretty much covered everything. Matt, I don't know if you have any final words that you want to say. We'll go ahead and close it out. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. Joe, I know for sure I'll be popping in and out.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good. Like I said, I'll be in TG. So if you got any further questions or need more clarification, just message in the chat. I'll get with you. That's for sure. Looking forward to getting this thing rolling.
Matt's the man when it comes down to getting. Tell you, Matt is Johnny on the spot. I'll see him. People in Telegram randomly telling people, not this, boom, boom. Like Matt is all over the place. This guy is, he's literally like the Jedi. When it comes down to just answering things, like I'll see him in chat randomly answering a question, and then I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up and him answering questions again. Like, but yeah, no. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. is going to be the launch of the Infinaeon token. I'll try to start a little before. We always start late anyway, but I'll try to start a little before though. But definitely be around that time. We'll be going live. Raymond, is there an Infinaeon wallet? I'll tell you what. Stay to the end of this live stream. I'll answer that question for you, buddy. Anyway, I'm Squidgo Joe, DeFi Sean, Rebel Matt. We'll see you guys on the moon.